How to deal with an indecisive woman who seems to give mixed signals of interest, sometimes showing interest, sometimes saying she doesn't want a relationship or just wants friendship. If you find yourself in this situation, I'll share some strategies in this video that can help you handle this issue more assertively. Before that, I'd like to share a real story with you. I met a girl from my city through Instagram and started a conversation. At first, she seemed a bit reserved in her responses, but gradually opened up more. We talked about various topics, including spirituality, which she seemed to like. When I felt more confident, I asked for her WhatsApp, and she politely refused, saying she was in a calm moment and in another vibe, implying she wasn't seeking a relationship. I accepted that gracefully, and we continued talking normally. A day later, I kind of apologized for insisting, and she said it was okay. We continued exchanging messages, enjoying the conversations, commenting on various things. Then, at another moment, I asked for her number again, and once again, she declined, but this time she explained that she didn't feel ready for a relationship. Interestingly, at no point did I directly touch on this subject with her. She simply expressed her position. She mentioned she was holding back and explained that she was undergoing treatment and dealing with a traumatic event that happened 2 years ago, the suicide of an ex-boyfriend of hers. Although we didn't discuss this directly, she had previously shared with me that someone very close had committed suicide. During our conversations, she expressed how difficult it was to deal with the situation and how the support of family and friends was crucial. It seems she's still dealing with grief, guilt, or even fear of getting into another relationship, which hasn't actually happened since then. After understanding this, I decided to give it some time and stayed about a week without any contact. Until one day, I posted a photo at a bar on Stories, and she immediately asked where it was. She said she was nearby with a friend, but would soon be leaving because her friend wasn't feeling well. We exchanged some messages, and she hinted that she wanted to meet me that night, but it wasn't possible due to her friend's situation. We continued talking and even planned to meet, but our schedules didn't align. Last week, I asked for her number again, and this time she gave it to me. It seems that with her, you need to take it slow, respecting her pace and without pressuring for anything. It's interesting to note that she always likes comments on Stories, especially when you compliment her or send emojis. Although it was a long story, I appreciate you sharing these details, as they help us understand the situation better. My tip for dealing with this complex situation is simply to wait for her time. This applies to any situation where you find yourself with a woman who seems indecisive, sometimes showing interest and sometimes not. Respecting her time and being attentive to the signals she gives is essential to building a solid and genuine connection. Understood. So in his case, there were some interactions, including 2 phone calls and even the arrangement to meet, but nothing ended up materializing. Situations like these, where there's back and forth, where communication is in limbo, are challenging. What should you do in a situation like this? Firstly, it's important to recognize that some people, including women, go through challenging times in their lives, periods of seclusion and self-discovery. This doesn't say anything about you but about her. In all these situations of indecision on the part of the woman, it's crucial to keep in mind a few aspects. First, you're not responsible for saving her or showing that you're different. If she's traumatized by past experiences or had bad relationships, it's not up to you to be the savior or demonstrate all your qualities to make her change her mind. That's not your responsibility, and neither will it ensure that she becomes interested in you. So, what to do? Continue investing, but don't cling to expectations. Don't stop talking to her thinking it will make a difference. Instead, keep living your life, maintaining contact genuinely but without creating exaggerated expectations. So, if you assess that a woman is worth the investment because the return is corresponding to what you're giving at times, and you believe there's potential, then you can continue interacting with her. However, don't passively wait for a response or a change in behavior. Instead, keep living your life. That means staying in touch with other women, prioritizing those who show more reciprocity. Don't focus excessively on the one who seems less interested. So, for example, I'll tell you about a young man who was very emotionally involved with a woman who was exactly in this situation of giving and refusing at the same time. She accepted something at one moment and refused at the next. At one point, she even agreed to a trip, where they spent 5 days together at a motel, but only in the friend zone because she liked the conversations with him, but when he tried to advance, she would evade. What happened here is that he prioritized and dedicated time from his life to a trip with a woman who was showing little reciprocity. That's the big mistake you shouldn't make, the more you let this woman be the sole focus of your life. Besides, when you're in the friend zone, you become the sole focus of your life, you're at her disposal to go out, go shopping, or do whatever she wants. You stop hanging out with your friends, doing things you like, all because you're at the mercy of her decisions. You can never expect the decision of a single woman about whether or not to be with you to determine the course of your life, because you are the author of your own life. When a woman gives any of these contradictory signs of interest, first, it could simply be an excuse, but she likes the feeling of having a man orbiting around her, who seems interested, who pays attention. It could be just an excuse, and she's seeking attention, or, in a rarer second option, she's really in a process of discovery and emotional healing, more introspective. This can happen. Now, don't wait passively, wait while living. Go on with your life, move forward, meet new people, prioritize your quality time and your projects, and not this woman, especially because a woman will never have complete and absolute desire if she's not afraid of losing your attention, your emotional investment. If she hardly invests anything before giving some attention, you're always there, and she doesn't realize you're living your life. It's okay, you can go out one day, but I'm not waiting, I'm living my life. If a woman doesn't realize this, she'll never have the complete desire to say, I want to see you, let's make this happen. That won't come from her. So, wait while living your life, moving forward, and not prioritizing this woman. Now, if you find that you're living your life, meeting other women, pursuing your projects, and you're not prioritizing this woman anymore, but you still only think about her and you're completely in love, emotionally attached, then there's a problem there. This problem needs to be resolved. It means you're obsessed with this woman, and she's not being reciprocal. This is a strong indication that you need to distance yourself from this situation. If you can't be okay without being obsessed with thinking about this woman, then it's you who needs to step back. You need to prioritize your own mental and emotional health. That's what a man who values his self-confidence does. If you enjoyed the reflections and advice shared in this video, I invite you to subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this. Your participation is crucial for us, and we'll be happy to have you as part of our community. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any new videos. Thank you for the support and company. Until the next video, a big hug and see you soon.